Hi there, this is brother Juan Pablo Riberas,
This is brother Pablo Serrano.
and we are Humanist Brothers of the Legionaries of Christ in Cheshire. Today, we want to share with you some reflections of one of the most polemic and controversial themes of today, that is artificial intelligence. But of course, our approach is not just to speak about artificial intelligence, but to have a humanistic approach and speak through the lenses of two of the modern famous authors of 20th century, 19th, 20th century, that is Oscar Wilde
And Miguel de Unamuno.
So, referring to these two authors, our approach, our aim is to see through their work, through their eyes, what would be an answer to the situation that we are living. Of course, we know that today they are dead, but still, with their works, they can give an answer to some of the situations that we are living today, and to make us reflect of what will come tomorrow. So, starting with Oscar Wilde, I want to talk about first of his work, De Profundis. De Profundis is a very deep and personal letter that he wants to write of his lovers, where he shares and goes through a range of many themes. It's a letter of purification that he writes being in prison, but mainly his concern in this letter is to express what he thinks about him and the difficulty that he sees for him in his life. Quoting Oscar Wilde, he says that shallowness is the supreme vice. And how can I link this with artificial intelligence? As we see, artificial intelligence is a tool that is being developed to help us to try to aim or approach the world in different ways, to try to research in a different way, to try to generate information in a different way, and also to process it. But what happens to a human person when he stops doing that same process that now is being done by artificial intelligence? Is it this bad? Is it this good? Is this taking part of our humanity, or is it giving us something? At least for me, and seeing the posture of Oscar Wilde, is all up to what we will let this artificial intelligence do to us. Are we letting it to make us shallow, to deprive us of this human source that is imagination? What will be our answer towards that situation that we are living? Because today it's very easy to ask ChatGPT or something else to write an essay for us, to make a research, to give us ideas of what to write about. What will be of us, human beings? Are we letting this imagination, creativity, also this process go away and give it to a machine? Or are we using this machine to be a tool for us? At least for Oscar Wilde, being shallowness the supreme vice, we have an immense soul, an immense idea of what's the situation when we let artificial intelligence control our lives, or more than control, just giving some of the things that we are supposed to do. But well, let's go with Miguel de Unamuno.
Well, Miguel de Unamuno is well known as the emotional mystic and intellectual atheist. His novel, well, this is the difference between Oscar Wilde work and Miguel de Unamuno. This is a novel, but this is a philosophical novel, because instead of giving you a complete story about love and all that, what he tries to do is share his ideas, his philosophical ideas, but through the lenses of a novel. Because it's the story of Augusto, who falls in love with Eugenia, but Augusto is constantly looking for something that he doesn't want, that he doesn't know what it is, but he's constantly looking and searching. And now, what causes so much polemic in this novel is that Miguel de Unamuno shares his idea of existentialism, a man looking for a sense in life. But it's very interesting because for Miguel de Unamuno, life is completely senseless, a life without God. And that's why it's very interesting with artificial intelligence, because it doesn't seem that Miguel de Unamuno would be in favor of artificial intelligence, but he was not against artificial intelligence. Actually, it seems that he was kind of like prophesying that use or that appearance of artificial intelligence because he wants to reject that foundational story of we are created as the image and likeness of God. Because for him, we are God and we are capable to create our own God. So he is good at dehumanizing people, dehumanizing his own dignity, his own responsibility, his own meaning in the world. And that's, I think, what artificial intelligence in the negative way like makes us. That artificial intelligence dehumanizes us because it makes us useless. It makes us, I don't know, like to stop worrying about it. If I have to write a letter, if I have to get ready for an interview, for a work or whatever thing, or write an essay because it's part of my job or whatever thing, the best thing I can do is go to artificial intelligence and ask for why. And for that letter or whatever thing, give me the work. I don't want to do it. I don't want to take responsibility. I don't want to do it by myself. But again, is that okay? I'm capable of doing that, but I'm dehumanizing my own dignity because I'm not exercising my ability, my human rationality. I'm not aware of what I'm capable of, and that's why.
In the end, it's very important through a humanistic approach to make these questions, but don't just go to one side. It's also very important and always to listen and to try to see not only in our shoes, but in the shoes of other people. And thinking about what we just spoke and what we just listened, it's important to see that again, in the history of the world, there has been a lot of human inventions that in the moment when they were new, they represented a threat that today we might not understand because we are just used to it. But before, even the printing press could be a thing that people would say, no, this is taking away not just one of our artistic approach to how we to write manuscripts or transcript, but it's taking something from us. And today, it was actually something that helped us in ways to develop other sides of our humanity that we couldn't think even possible in that moment. So it's important to reflect upon these questions, but to see that in the end, we are the ones that are developing these things, and we are the ones who actually can carry these things out for the best if we are the ones that are in control. Understand that we are not giving something from us to them, but we are using them to dignify and also to humanize the world, to bring more of that. No? In the end, how will you use it? How are we going to use it? We don't know. We can go the easy way and we can let that thing think for us, or we can actually use it in our purpose and make our ideas and make our own process even faster, but also human. There are things that artificial intelligence, objectively speaking, can really help human life. Still, these are questions for reflection. These are questions that you to see that there are things, these things, technological advancements, literature, there are things that speak deeply to our identity as human beings. It resonates with our hearts. It's not just simply technology. It's things that is actually making us challenge and question ourselves. Who are we in this new world, in this contemporary world that is changing so fast? For at least to end with one quote of Oscar Wilde, I will say, remember that imagination is a quality that enables one to see things and people in the real as in their ideal relations. I don't know what will be the use you give to artificial intelligence, but I don't know that Oscar Wilde, at least if he had something in his heart that he truly desired for humanity, was not to lose this imagination, not to lose the power of thinking, of developing ideas, of reflecting, of giving something of their own hearts and minds to the world.
And also we can recall to the words of, regarding this, the words of Jesus that he said, men were not made for the Sabbath. The Sabbath was made for men. We are also made for greatness, as Pope Benedict XVI said. It's in our hands how we use the things, because throughout history we recognize that we've had different technological outcomes and a lot of progress, and that's fantastic. But something that we have to know is that, and something that Augusto was looking at the end, it's love. And we all want to be loved, and we don't want to lose that sense of wonder, that sense of, yeah, I do this because I like it, because it's exciting. And it's the same. We don't have to allow technology to prevent us from acquiring that wonder, to acquire that love. Technology is not going to give us that love. We, in our relationship with other people, because sometimes technology or probably artificial intelligence, we find a friend in artificial intelligence and we don't gather with people. We are just focused on our own, in our own technology and social media or everything, and we don't relate with people. So that could be a danger, but it's also an opportunity to overcome ourselves, to get out from our comfort zone and go and seek for love at every moment in our life.
That's really amazing. We wanted to thank you for your time, and at the end, to make this invitation to continue reflecting, to continue questioning, and to continue listening to what not only your heart is telling you, but what is this common human heart asking from us today. Thank you, and God bless.
God bless you.